Hello, social media friends. This is Beata Seweryn-Reid, and welcome back to Meaningful Conversations with Beata. I come to you live every Tuesday at noon with a very special guest, change makers that will help you to improve your life, will bring more meaning and inspire positive change. And today it's even more special because my guest is coming. Oh my gosh, he's from India. What a powerful place to live, and what a powerful person to have here with me today. So today we're gonna talk about life mastery, and we're gonna do it with Bishal Sarkar. And I hope I pronounced it well. Bishal, welcome so much. Thank you for being here with me. Please, I'm honored to have you here. He is a speaker, he is a life mastery coach, trainer, and also author. Bishal, let's just go into dive deep and tell us what was your story to life mastery, who you are, how do you impact this world?
Thank you so much. First of all, I really appreciate the opportunity to speak with you today. We've been connected on social media for quite a few months. I love it. I love your story. I've seen that you help ordinary people achieve extraordinary dreams, and I am one of those ordinary peoples in the past that was looking for somebody like you or me, or a mentor figure in life to get to the next level. And what most people know about me, Beata, is I'm a professional speaker. I've written, I love public speaking. My coaching practices are full. I run India's, the largest public speaking conference called the Rock Your Speaking Inner Circle. And also basically I train, CEOs, vice presidents and people like that to how they can speak like Fortune 500 business leaders. Now that's something that people who already follow me know about me. Let me tell you something that people don't know about me. I was born and brought up in a middle-class family. 150 square feet railway quarters. My father was a railway worker, railway employee for Indian Railways, the train thingy. And so we lived in 150 square feet broken quarter. It was always very smelly from the wash, from the bathroom. The bathroom doors were not proper. So that's the place I came from. I studied in English is not my first language. English is not my second language. English is my third language. So I studied in a Bengali medium government school where my parents paid 289 rupees just for the clarity of everybody. That's less than $5 per year for my school tuition fee. So that's where I came from. So growing up, I had stuttering, I had low self-image. People used to make fun of me. And I don't say that to connect with people. That's really something that happened to me. And for many years, I have been bullied by a school teacher, not the students, as teacher, for 4 years. And Beata, for 4 years, I just prayed to God one thing: get me out of this school. Not because I hated the school. I love the school. It's something that I cherish and embrace in my heart. But that one teacher, really his negative influence, and he used to call me names, he used to abuse me in front of everybody. He used to make fun of me. And that shattered my self-confidence between the age of, 14 to 18 for four years. So, long story short, I went to college, I, got into jobs. And then later on, I found out this desire to improve my communication. Many years later on, I was telling you before the show that, you are, you're a student of Les Brown. So I'll tell you a quick story about that. So I later on, I became a speaker. I started, investing in myself, learning the skills from amazing, people who, because I feel, teachers are not the teachers who are just in school. The real teachers. I believe there are three teachers, I believe there are three teachers. I believe the first teacher is an empty pocket. You get to learn a lot. Empty pocket. Second is a heartbreak. Not always a romantic relationship heartbreak, but somebody breaks your heart. It can be a mother, a father, a son. Somebody says something, it breaks your. And third is somebody who has been through the number one and number two. Somebody who has had empty pocket and heart, breaking, does not have it anymore. That can be a second, third mentor for you. So I started learning from different mentors, and one of them online, I started, Tony Robbins, Les Brown. Started, you gotta be hungry, right? So I started listening to their audios. Yeah, every morning, waking up, listening to them, feeling pumped up. And, I started my business 13 years ago, and it has been going very well. And in 2013, I remember this day, one of the best days of my life. Back then, my own personal number, Beata, was on my website. Right now, I have a team that manages all that, right? So my personal number was on the phone. People could directly call me. And I get a call, and I pick it up. Hello? And the lady on the other side, it was a land phone number. She said, my name is so-and-so. I forgot her name, from ITC Bangalore. That's a hotel company. I said, okay, am I speaking to Mr. Bishal? Yes. And I was like having dinner at that time. Like I was going for the dinner, and every single night I had a ritual at that time before going for dinner. I used to listen to some kind of an educational material. That night it was Les Brown. I was watching his video on power of commitment or something like that. There was a YouTube video. I get the call, I pick up, and the lady says, Mr. Brown wants to speak with you. My first question is, which Brown? I have no idea, right? I have no context what she's talking about. Right? So I was like, which Brown? Right, which Brown? She said, Les Brown. Now, I don't know if you ever have that feeling, Beata, for a second, I'm like, I'm watching the video. Is this a fun, like my body became, I could feel the, heat in the shoulder. Like, what is it happening? And I said, is that the speaker, Les Brown, are you talking about? She said, yeah. One moment, let me transfer the call. And there was this, she transferred the call, and there is na music. I'm like, what do I do? I'm getting like this whole body I'm getting chills. And and I hear the sound. Hey, is that Bishal Sarkar? This is maybe Brown's baby boy, Les Brown.
Yeah.
I could die in that moment. I was like, Mr. Brown, I've been a big fan. I've learned so much from you, from your products. I've invested in different things. And he said, I'm in India. I came 2 days ago. I went to YouTube. I went to Google to type out who's the best public speaking coach in Bangalore. By the way, I subscribe to your email newsletter. You're writing.
Wow.
Consistently.
Bishal.
Yeah.
Yes. We are like your voice is breaking. I think that they maybe
perfectly fine. You gotta be hungry and come back. You can hear me now.
Yes, I can hear you. I can hear you back.
So long story. I was talking to Mr. Brown, and before I knew anything, he said that he has been subscribing to my email newsletter 2 days before, and he said this line after that was very so humbling for me. He said, do you have a pen and paper? I said, sure. He said, write down my cell phone number. Let's stay in touch. I still have his phone number on my phone here. I've called him a few times. The message I want to give is somebody in a 150 square feet railway colony who lived there, who has been bullied in school, who had no history in public speaking. If that person can be consistent and move forward, I feel anybody with the power of consistency receive greatest respect, which is turning your mentors into your colleagues and friends. And that's what I'm about. I'm not a special guy. I have nothing special. I've just been following the process of being a good student in life and then teaching to other people with my skills. And that's my story. So that's my story. And as Les Brown says, I'm sticking to it.
Oh, I love it. Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much for sharing that story. It's powerful. It's beautiful. And oh my gosh. So this boy that was bullied, and how many of you out there feel like you are bullied, you are not accepted, maybe you feel not that you belong, you don't belong, that you are less. And look at Bishal today. So Bishal, you have to share this secret to the live mastery, because you did it. You did it personally. So what's someone who is watching and listening us right now, or will be listening on the replay, can actually do today to start the first steps to the life mastery? What does it take to get there?
Yeah. There are so many different things, but I'll be happy to share some of the insights. The first thing is clarity. I think most people don't have clarity. In fact, I was just having the date night this evening with my life partner, and I was telling her the same thing. The problem we have, Beata, many times is in a relationship, person one, person two. Person one is not clear about what he or she wants from person two, but he or she expects that she or he will do everything. So, and the other person does something, and then the first person says, you did nothing. because we don't have the clarity about what we want from other people, because we don't have clarity about what we want from ourselves. So I think the first thing is clarity about the person I want to become. And there is this concept of goals, goal setting, smart goals, all that is fine. But I think the one thing, the concept I talk about is, what's your North Star? If you are lost in a jungle and you don't have a map, you don't have Google Maps, you don't have GPS, you have nothing, you look at the North Star. What is the North Star of your life? Who is the kind of person that you want to become? Every single night I go to bed, I ask myself these 3 questions I learned from Brendan Burchard. Did I live? Did I love? Did I matter? Now that's my North Star. So every single day, did I live? Yes, no. Did I love? Yes, no. Did I matter? Yes, no. It's a binary answer. So I think, Bianca, if somebody commits to answering yes to all these 3 questions every single night, they're moving forward. They might not be there yet, but they're moving forward to the clarity. I think the second thing that people want to have the really, life, to become the life master, is never be satisfied when they hear a clap. Appreciation and accepting appreciation is very good, but Beata, you know what I'm talking about. Oftentimes when we are moving forward and we hear a clap from the audience, online or offline, our attention goes there. And then we keep looking at them. We want more of them to clap, and then we lose track, in the goal. So I think the second thing is to never be satisfied. The third thing is to be in control. There is something that has to, something you have to do every single day, no matter what, that you control. For me, it's about writing, it's about creating, it's about rehearsing. I might not get the outcome every single day, but I actually create the input every single day, no matter what. A quick metaphor I would like to give to people all the time, Beata, is the leaf and the stone. I study different religion and the histories of them. And this example from Buddhism really inspires me. That if you take imagine if there was a small stream of river here, and if I take a stone and put it there, and a leaf and put it there, the stone goes down in the depth, but the leaf will move forward. The reason for that is because the leaf does not have the weight of arrogance that the stone has. Oftentimes when we learn stuff, we become the stone and we go down, right? We go down because I know everything. I mean, what will you teach me about leadership? I read a leadership book 15 years ago already. I know everything about leadership. What are you going to teach me about life? I have lived life. It sucks. What are you going to teach me about relationship, right? So that's their mindset about, I call it the Nike syndrome, Nike, now I know everything syndrome. Now I know everything syndrome. That's what they have. So I think to be the leaf is something that is very valuable. Fourth is got to have a mentor. There is no other way. You can read the books, you can watch the videos, but my life changed when I decided to invest in myself. It's not a payment, to a mentor. It's an investment in yourself. Because one thing I believe, and I've seen over and over again, not just in my life, but all the people that I coach and mentor, from CEOs, vice president, teachers, speakers, healers, IT professionals, is investment in cash can anytime crash, but investment in your brain will always give you the highest gain. Whoa. Investment in yourself is going to give you the gain that you can invest in stocks, in Apple, in Microsoft, in land, or when the time comes, right, the real estate. But the real estate is you. Bet on yourself every single day. And the final step I want to tell people is bounce back. I was talking to you that I have some friends in near Colorado, and one of them is a friend of mine called Ian Humphrey. He's a famous speaker. His video, I think, has got like millions of views on Goldcast. And Gurleen, good to see you. And he says this line: it's not about the setback. It's not how many times you fall down, it's how many times you get back up. You are going to fall down as a man. You are going to fall down as a woman. Even if you're a great leader, people will always, some people, no matter how much you do, Beata, you know about it. Sometimes you do so much for a client. You do so much for a neighbor. You do so much for a relative. And sometimes one person will say, no matter how much you do, they will say this: what have you done for me?
That's so true.
What have you done for me? So in that time when we feel emotionally down, you have to have the right people in the environment to get you back up. And that's what a champion does. And that's what the people that you help so awesomely to create the extraordinary lifestyle in them. Extraordinary people get back one more time, get the mentorship, invest in themselves, get the right skills, and really transform their lives.
That's what Les Brown says. Only quality people, OQP. Yeah, only.
Yeah,
quality.
absolutely.
Yes. Oh, I love that. Oh my gosh, I made so many notes that, my goodness, thank you so much for sharing that beautiful wisdom that we can actually practically use in our lives. And I love what you said, clarity on number one. Yes, that is the number one issue that my clients are coming to me. They have no clue. And I was there too one time. I had no clue what I want in life, who I am, and why I am here at all. So I'm so happy that you brought this clarity to us. And let's move forward. I'm very curious. What are the three most valuable skills that you are using today that can, whoever is watching us, that can help them and me as well to get to this next level? Let's say I'm clear where I am. I know that I want to become a leader. I want to achieve whatever, but how to, you mentioned consistency, but except consistency, how to stick to the path that I am going to achieve the success.
So you're looking for the three skills. I think I call them HIS, high income skills. In today's economy, because the world, if I say the world is changing, I lie. The world is not changing. The world has changed already.
All right.
So it's not that, okay, new world is coming. No, the new world has already come. The world, many people are living in the old world. So three high income skills, bar none. Number one is your ability to speak powerfully in front of people. And I'm not talking about just talking, but speaking in a way that does three things: inspire, influence, and impact. You got to do that, these three things with your speaking. So first of all, bar none, your influence speaking skills, your ability to influence people, whether that's in a sales situation, whether you are, a father, mother, how you influence other people. Now, let me just pause for a second before I go to the next thing. Beata, when I say influence, many times people think influence means manipulation. No. Right. Here is my definition of influence that I teach people inside our Speak Like a Fortune 500 Business Leader program. Influence, it's a mouthful. Influence is the ability to help people decide what's best for them and having them believe that it was their idea. Influence is helping people decide what's best for them, but having them believe that it was their idea. Because that's when they think they made the decision, when you actually really, as a good leader, influence them. So that's the first thing. Your influential speaking ability doesn't matter. Like, right these days, a lot of people are coming and saying, just speak on Zoom. It does. If you're a good speaker, you're going to speak good on Zoom, on phone, and face-to-face. Doesn't matter. Public speaking this conversation is a public speaking. There is a public here. There are people watching. Everything is public speaking. That's skill number one. Skill number two is your ability to get things done by other people. Basically, your leadership skills. Because many times people are good managers, they're good employees, they're good entrepreneurs, they're good business people, and they say these things in Hindi. In our country, we say, "Chhod de hum sab apne kar lenge," meaning just leave it. I'll just do it myself. That's not what a good leader does. A good leader knows how to, not just how to hit the goal all the time, but how to pass the ball so the goal happens regardless of who's actually hitting that goal in the football ground. So your leadership capability is so huge. And I think the third skill that anybody requires, no matter where they are in their lives, is their ability to, we spoke a little bit about consistency, but ability to, create results for the organization or for the cause that they are leading. So often I see this, Beata, this line people say, "It's not my responsibility," right? It's not my responsibility. It's not you go to a hospital, where do I go? I don't know. Ask somebody else. It's not my responsibility. So I think taking the ownership, no matter where you are, I think that skill can take you to another level. I think at the end of the day, everybody needs the cake. Everybody wants the cake. CAKE, cake. Now I'm a fan of acronyms. CAKE stands for conviction, action, knowledge, and enthusiasm. First of all, you need conviction every single day, conviction about what you're saying. Action, your ability to move forward. You don't have to be the first person, you have to be the fast person, right? Google was the 19th search engine in the world, not the first one. Google was the 19th search engine in the world, right? So,
Right.
You don't have to always be the first. You have to be the best at, doing what you do. So, conviction, action, you have to upgrade your knowledge. And I'm not talking about knowledge that you get from just watching videos and reading books, and that is fine in the digital world, but following one mentor, following one person for extended period of time. Beata, a lot of times I see this problem in people. They follow this mentor for 2 days, another coach for 3 days, another coach for 2 days. And it's like reading Bible for 1 day, reading Ramayana the next day I'm reading Quran, next day I'm reading something from Buddhism. I'm going to feel inspired for the day, but I'm not going deep. So knowledge from one mentor, and whoever that person is, he or she, choose them, and then enthusiasm. You are going to fail, but bouncing back with leadership and getting things done. I think these 3 skills, your speaking, your leadership, and your ability to get results for people without any excuses, it's going to add an extra 0 to your income.
I love it. Oh my goodness. I'm going to listen again and make more notes. You are awesome. Before I move forward, I have to say thank you, Alfonso Garlin. Garlin says, courage, confidence, creativity,
Yes.
consistency makes up for a quality life in short. If any of you have any questions to Bishal, please do it now. I know that I have more people, but I cannot see their names. So please let us know who are you, and don't be shy to ask any questions. This man, he has knowledge, experience, and wisdom, and it hardly ever goes all in one. So use it. Use the opportunity. Bishal, so I want to go back for a second to the small boy that was not treated well. The you seems like you had awesome family, not the greatest teachers, or one teacher that really made you feel small. And so how did you take yourself, because you talk a lot about confidence as well when I was doing research, and so you teach people how to gain confidence. So how did you do it? How did you become from this little scared boy to this awesome speaker, sharing your gifts and skills around the world, with the entire world, basically?
I'd be happy to. This is so good question. Thank you, Beata, for taking me back there. I was reflecting. I carried that wound for many years internally. So in the beginning, on the outside, I call it the plastic smile versus the powerful smile. Most people have a plastic smile. They're smiling on the outside, but internally they feel weak, or they feel like a victim. So I felt like that for many, many years in my life. I felt like a victim, and I had to let it go. I've tried many things, therapy. I've gone to psychologists, psychiatrists, not for just that teacher, but many, many other things. I've had tremendous, painful breakup in my college days that shook me apart, shattered my self-belief as well at that time. But anyways, I've learned to work on myself. And one thing I've realized over the years, Beata, is this: nobody's coming to save you. Nobody, not even your mentor, not your father, not your mom. It's your responsibility. It might not be your fault, but it's your responsibility. It might not be your fault that teacher or that boss or that stranger abused you, insulted you, but it's your responsibility to heal that. One thing I've learned from Tony Robbins is heal the boy and the man will appear. Heal the girl and the woman will appear. So I'm going to go a little woo without the motivation part, that I have to heal. I have to learn how to heal that inner wound, writing different things. One great exercise that I do every single morning, even today, is something called it's called Morning Pages. If anybody goes to Google and types it, Morning Pages by Julia Cameron, which is basically you wake up in the morning and everything that is coming into your mind, it's not journaling, it is not creative writing, it's not goal setting. You just dump down your jealousy, your fear, your complaints, all the things. You just dump it down. It's almost like you're releasing all the negative energy the first thing in the morning. That's one exercise I do. Second, affirmations. I know you teach it to your clients, is If you really want to be confident, if you really want to have the power, you have to affirm your power. You affirm the kind of person that you want to be. So every single morning I teach that to my clients as well, is mastering your morning routine. And I know that's a very, very cheesy topic these days. Everybody's talking about you got to take the shower, the exercise, writing in journal, but also doing it in such a, because the clients I work with, they don't have 90 minutes in the morning, because the morning they wake up, there's like, there's the child crying, there is the wife, like, what did you do? And there is this email, the WhatsApp. So I tell them like a 18-minute segment of things to do that gives you the power, that boost. And I think another thing I did is this habit I learned is writing goals 3 times a day. Every day. First thing in the morning, last thing at night, and anytime I feel like a loser.
Wow. First
thing in the morning, last thing at night before I go to bed, and anytime I feel like, man, what am I doing? I'm making all the money, making all the things is fine, but I lost my purpose. I'm not feeling good. I write down my goals quickly. Sometimes if I don't have a journal or a diary, I take my phone, I have this notepad, I open that and I just type down few things, and that's what I do. Also creating, vision boards for me has been huge, is, not just the places and things, but I also have a vision board where I had the pictures of the mentors that I wanted to not emulate, but I wanted to have some of their characteristics and skills and some of their smiles, some of their habits and consistencies. And these by doing few things, I let go. I murdered the victim, Bishal Sarkar. And, that process gave birth to the confident Bishal Sarkar that now can install that confidence to all these thousands of people that we help and mentor now.
Wow, you are such a powerful man. I'm so happy that you are here with us today. I have so many comments, and Garlene is asking, where is her question? Well, she is asking, what inspired you for meaningful conversations, Bishal? What inspired you for meaningful conversations?
She means what inspired us to have this conversation here?
I believe so, Garly. Yes, here is the question. What inspired you for meaningful conversations, Bishal? So
I'll be Beata's energy. I reached out to her. Beata, I have a question for you. Forgot to ask you. How do you have such a sweet and such an amazing accent? I told this to you. How do you have that?
I'm from Poland.
God gift. Yes. Thank you. No, you are such an inspirational leader, because I've been watching some of the videos you have been doing, inspiring people, showing the light to the people, and really sharing valuable insights. This has been amazing for me. In fact, I really watch some photos with your life partner at amazing places. I remember watching that video. You're playing golf and you're trying and you hit it really hard a few months ago, right? So watching you consistently putting out content that inspired me to connect, and that's when we reached out for this meaningful conversation. And look at the name, meaningful conversation, not just random conversation, not just great conversation, meaningful. So I think that is one word that is missing in many people's life, meaning. They have the muscle, they have the, they have the muscle, they have the, money, they have the, mentor maybe, but sometimes they don't have the meaning, the fulfillment. And anytime I see you, I see that positivity, that smile that inspires me. And that's what inspired us to connect.
I think like attract like, yes. So we just attracted each other because we vibrate on the same level. We want to impact positively the world around. So I'm so honored to be connected.
One thing I believe is your vibe attracts your tribe.
Absolutely.
Your vibe attracts your tribe. So in fact, the people that I coach, the CEOs, vice president, I tell them, your vibe will inspire your tribe, your employees, your team members, your clients. So your tribe, meaning including your family, they will do half of what you do right and double of what you do wrong. Your children,
so true.
Your life partner, your team members, they will do half of what you do right and double of what you do wrong. You want them to improve, you improve yourself. I'll just tell this quick story that I think will hit it home.
Yes.
Once one Zen master, one meditation teacher, I'm getting goosebumps just thinking about the story right now. because I know where it's going. So one meditation teacher was meditating, and he was meditating under a tree, and there were a lot of his disciples in front, like 20 disciples, 5 rows, 4 columns. They were sitting and meditating, and one man was watching this monk under the tree, that the meditation teacher and this 20 people, and he saw everybody was meditating so nicely, and he used to pass by every single day. And one day the monk was not meditating. So the man went to the monk and said, how do you make sure all these people meditate so well? And the monk said this: anytime, I'm going to say it slowly because I want this really to hit people in the nice way. The monk said, the meditation teacher said, anytime I see a mistake in any of the disciples, I correct that mistake in myself. Anytime I see them making a mistake, I correct that about myself, because where did they learn from? Here.
Wow.
And as a leader, anytime you see a team member make a mistake, correct that mistake about yourself.
I love this example, this story, and I love that you use stories during your talk, because it's the most impactful. And it reminds me when I was a boss at some time. I thought that I'm a leader, but I was a boss, and there is the huge distinction between the two. And I believe that you are saying it beautifully. When you want to be a leader, I don't know what is that echo. If you want to be a leader, you have to start from you. What is that?
I can hear you perfectly.
Yeah, okay. I just hear some echo. Sorry about that. So what you just said, by correcting the mistake that you see in your employees, family, partners, you have to find in you and correct it in you. That is so powerful and beautiful that I could not probably find better words for that.
Thank you. Yeah. This is, good stories. I believe there are 3 things can change people, Beata, in my experience. If you want to change people, first of all, you give them perspective. Sometimes you tell a story, you consult. Second is you use persuasion. Their perspective did not change, so you persuade them with your words. And third, you pressure. But if these 3 P's don't work, leave them. Because if perception does not change, if persuasion does not change, and if pressure does not change, they are not meant. Sometimes I think leaders put a lot of right focus to the wrong person instead of all the people. And it's online, offline, in any industry. And one thing I tell people is I teach a lot about your voice modulation, your body language, spontaneous speaking, and all that. But I think at the end of the day, if the messenger is broken, the message will be broken. If the messenger is broken, the message will be broken. The people don't listen to what you say. People don't believe in what you say. People listen to see if you believe in what you say. So, you got to work on yourself, your confidence level, your courage, because body language speaks far more than your spoken language. Because anytime on Zoom call, phone call, face-to-face, you are the ad. It's not the Facebook ad. It's none of that. You are the ad as a leader in front of other people. And in today's world, Beata, we are seeing so many people out of fear. They're advertising, buy all this for $2. In India, we have this, they're telling you I'll help you, almost I'll make you a millionaire if you give me $1, right? Kind of like that.
Right.
That's because, people have that, world class is never cheap, and cheap is never world class, right? So learn to be that world-class person so that you radiate. You don't have to talk and say, look at me. People will say, man, look at her, look at him. I don't know who he is, but he's a somebody. I don't know what he does, but he does something. I don't know what kind of a leader he is, but I hope he can be my leader. And that's exactly what you and I teach in our different ways, in different parts of the world, is teaching people how to be that powerful, confident, unshakable leader so that they can create really the transformation that they deserve to create.
Yes, unshakable leader.
Yes.
Did you hear it, people? Become unshakable leader, because only then you can achieve life mastery like Bishal did. And Bishal, I hope you're gonna accept my invitation because I think you have so much more to say, and our timing
Yeah.
is running out. But I would love to do the second part of that inspiration,
Let's do it.
motivational talking, because there is a meaning in what you say. Oh my gosh! And I want more and more people like you on my show. You are
Yeah.
changing the world by what you do. So tell us, what is the best way to connect with you, to find out more about you?
Yeah, I'd love to say that. But before that, I really appreciate the invitation for the part two. And I also want to say I have so many people in our program, CEOs, vice presidents. I'd love for you to connect. Sometimes I'd love to invite you as a speaker for our Balanced Life Mastermind, our 12-month mentorship program on a Zoom call, monthly expert we have.
Absolutely.
Yeah, would love to, because I believe not in competition, but collaboration. I believe
Right.
completely in that. I come from an abundance, mindset. And second is, about people following me. Look, you can search my name on Google. I know this is the time every guest waits for, like, go to this site, opt in for my PDF, for my. I say, people, don't follow me. You can just go to Google and find my name. But I say, go deep with one mentor. If it's Beata for you, just go deep with her. Like, get every of her courses, go deep, mastermind, one-on-one coaching, invest the money, invest the time, invest the energy. I don't want you as a follower, whoever you are right now, you're listening. I don't want you as a follower. I want you as a leader. If you want to find me, you can go to Google, find me. But what I want to say right now is, understand, you have to break the egg. What I mean by that is, you cannot make an omelet without breaking the egg. So there is something about you. You've been watching videos, you've been listening to podcasts, you have been reading books, but you choose one mentor and surrender your ego to him or her for next 10 years and follow what they tell you. You will never have to look back. That's exactly what I did. It's not about just following other people. It's about following yourself, your intuition, and that North Star, and move toward it. That will make me so much happier than if you just follow me. I want that for people, Beata.
You are just such a, oh my gosh, awesome human. He is just too nice, people. I'm just gonna share with you his Facebook, his Facebook.com/Bishal Sarkar, and you have it on the screen, because you have to follow him. Yeah, I would not be me if I would not hear his speeches. I would not be where I am with my leadership skills if I would not listen his teachings. So yes, sometimes before you become a leader, you have to be follower. And it's good if you are not there. It's good to follow people like Bishal, definitely. So again, Bishal, thank you so much. If there is, you said so much. Like I have all these like notes here. Like, oh my God, and it's just 30 minutes, and I have to go through them again. What is the last inspirational, motivational, or message that you want to leave our audience with?
Prepare for the final 5 minutes of your life. It's going to happen. Now, next year, 10 years from now, 50 years from now, there'll be one time when you know that you are dying. You will know that probably it's time for you to leave the world. My question is, at that time, a lot of memories probably will pass in your, like a film, like a 5-minute trailer. Every single day you have a chance to create a new kind of trailer for that final 5 minutes of your life. In the final 5 minutes, you can either say that I wish. In Hindi, we have a word kash, meaning I wish. I wish I lived the life. I wish I followed my dreams. I wish I went for that vacation. I wish I really give my presents, not just presents, not just gifts, presents, but presents to people. I wish I really took that risk. I wish I had a heart-to-heart conversation, not just a head-to-head conversation. I wish I just bought that thing instead of just hoarding money like a cheap bastard. I wish I helped more people. I wish I fed more street dogs. I wish I really hugged from the heart, not just as a formality. I wish. You have a chance to create those wishes and actually fulfill the wishes right now, because the worst words you can say on your deathbed is I wish. And I wish that today you make those changes, so at the end of your life you say, I did hug those people. I did feed those street dogs. I did help those people. I did follow my dreams. I did write that book. I did eat that thing. I did go out on my scooter in the middle of the night in a dark forest. I did jump from the cliffhanger. I did it. I fucking did it. And I think that is the message I want to leave people with. Do it. Don't just wish for it.
Amen. Do it. Don't
Amen.
just wish for it. Oh my gosh, that is so powerful. Thank you, Bishal, so much for being here today with me. Thank you, everyone who is listening to us, Garlene, Alfonso, Walter, Magdalena, Marta, and everyone else who I cannot even pronounce names. Please share, like, and comment. You don't
Yes.
really know that who might need that message. That message was so powerful. We have just we have it's our responsibility to share that message with people who are wanting and waiting for it. And see what he said, don't wait, don't will, because wishing is waiting.
Do it.
Don't wait, don't wish, do it. Have a wonderful day to everyone who is watching us. Bishal, I love you so much. And we will
Love you too.
part 2. So we just saying today is just part 1 of Bishal's motivational speech and wisdom. And I'm even, I don't have enough words right now because I want to process
Just,
all he said.
just Bishal and Beata's meaningful conversation part 2. Stay tuned.
Thank you. Namaste.
Thank you.